A Russian invader who realized he was being sent to slaughter addressed his comrades, revealing how Putin's generals were sending occupiers to their deaths for villages taken on credit. Recently, the Russian army once again demonstrated stability after almost 4 years of war, still sending its soldiers on meat assaults. Occupier Semyon Konovalov, call sign Horse, became a participant in one of these entertainment events. Before leaving for a combat mission, the invader realized that he would not return alive and recorded a video message. "It looks like my path has come to an end," said Horse in a recording published on Yuri Butusov's Telegram channel. Konovalov said that since the liquidation of Goodvin and Ernest, he and his fellow soldiers allegedly tried to fight theft, drug addiction and money grubbing on credit at the cost of the lives of thousands of soldiers that flourish in the Russian army. "Farewell," stated the Horse. After such a video, Semyon Konovalov is unlikely to escape the 200 list even if he returns after the meat assault. Yuri Butusov, commenting on the occupier's statement, was surprised why he did not take up arms against his command. The Motherland said, "We must. That means we must be destroyed in a meat assault." Butusov stated, "Let us recall that on July the 19th, that one of the commanders of the Russian army showed how exactly soldiers are forced to go on meat assaults. He ordered to shoot a Marine if he refuses to go forward." The Telegram channel of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine published an audio recording of an intercepted telephone conversation confirming the criminal order of the commander of the 155th Separate Guards Marine Brigade. According to the officer, there are no sick people among the Marines. The occupier executioner told his interlocutor that his subordinates are divided only into the living and the dead. "I order you to shoot him if he doesn't go any further," the war criminal summed up. Let us recall that already on July the 7th, it became known that in the 155th Brigade of the RF Armed Forces, after the loss of the previous command, riots began. The reason is that Sukrab Akhmedov, who is called a Bucha even among the occupiers, was sent to replace the liquidated officers. Akhmedov may turn out to be the hero of the above-mentioned audio interception of the GUR.
A helicopter flying over the Mississippi River ran into a power line Thursday, then crashed into a barge and sparked a fire, killing 2 people, officials said. According to Associated Press, the 2 dead were flying in the helicopter and there were no other reported injuries in the crash near East Alton, Illinois, said Corporal Dallas Thompson of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. East Alton is about 20 miles north of St. Louis. The State Patrol said no one was on the barge when the crash happened, and the fire has been extinguished. The river has been closed to commercial traffic. The helicopter ran into a power line and crashed around 11 a.m. Thursday on the Mississippi River about half a mile downriver from the Alton Dam, said Rivers Point Fire District Chief Rick Pender. Fire, emergency medical and law enforcement personnel responded to the crash. Federal agencies are on the way, Pender said. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board will investigate the crash. Video from a witness at the scene near Alton, Illinois, shows a black plume of smoke rising from the barge.
The helicopter was just working on these power lines. It hit the power line, blew up. There was a pilot, there was a worker. The helicopter blew up and fell and crashed to that barge, and it's exploding right now. It's exploding right now. Holy shit, I just called 911. Holy shit, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. and he's not going to be able to get that fucking boat in down there. I don't know where they're going. I called 911. This is fucking insane. They're dead. They're dead. They have to be dead. This is fucking crazy.
South Korea and the United States will launch their annual large-scale military exercise this month to bolster readiness against North Korean threats, the Allies said Thursday, in a move likely to irritate Pyongyang amid a prolonged stalemate in diplomacy. According to Associated Press, Ulchi Freedom Shield, the second of two large-scale exercises held annually in South Korea, following another set of drills in March, typically involves thousands of troops in computer-simulated command post training and combined field exercises. The August 18, 28 exercise may trigger an angry reaction from North Korea, which calls the joint drills invasion rehearsals and often uses them as a pretext to dial up military demonstrations and weapons tests aimed at advancing its nuclear program. Doubling down on its nuclear ambitions, North Korea has repeatedly rejected Washington and Seoul's calls to resume diplomacy aimed at winding down its weapons program, which derailed in 2019. The North has now made Russia the priority of its foreign policy, sending thousands of troops and large amounts of military equipment to support Moscow's war in Ukraine. About 18,000 South Korean troops will take part in this year's Ulchi Freedom Shield exercise, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff spokesperson, Colonel Lee Sung-jun, said during a joint briefing with U.S. Forces Korea, which did not disclose the number of participating U.S. troops. Both Colonel Lee and U.S. Forces Korea Public Affairs Director Colonel Ryan Donald downplayed speculation that South Korea's new liberal government, led by President Lee Jae-myung, sought to downsize the exercise to create momentum for dialogue with Pyongyang, saying its scale is similar to previous years. However, Colonel Lee said about half of the exercise's originally planned 40 field training programs were postponed to September due to heat concerns.
한미는 연합방위태세 확립을 위해 8월 18일부터 28일까지 UFS 연습을 시행하기로 하였습니다.
UFS 25 is an annual exercise that is defensive in nature. By incorporating realistic threats, lessons learned from recent conflicts, it will serve as an opportunity to further strengthen the alliance's readiness and capabilities through combined, joint, all-domain operations. What's important to remember is the quality of the training that will occur, if it's during the FTX or during these next 11 days or later. It's the quality that's important because what this does is build our readiness and strengthens our posture to defend the Republic of Korea against any threat or any adversary.